It's Week 15 of the 2026 season. All eyes are on Ja'Marr Chase. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Vikings and the Lions on Thursday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 60 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I don't care who you got on him. He's going to be a handful of man-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nailed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Over the dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A line smooth there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7th. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Ja'Marr Chase with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. From midfield now, Lawrence. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack, down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 66 yards. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the training room in the cold trying to get his...
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball.
And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Dancing to his... And he's going to go down again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Fielded at the 33. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
There's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Again, it's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions' 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony Schwartz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Herbert on first down now. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Ja'Marr Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Herbert got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. got his man on the crossing route. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown! Jamar Chase. A 2-yard touchdown grab. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Detroit. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Ja'Marr Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. Free trench to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Herbert throwing again. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Kittle from 19 yards away. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Lawrence will throw. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Adams.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. These guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Ja'Marr Chase over to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well